I am your host, Dieter McBusiness, America's favorite white Anglo-Saxon Protestant gone left coastal, joined as always by the one and only Stat Pat, stateless patriot of the Central Valley. We are California lefties coming to you about national politics, international, national. It's all more chaos, Stat Pat.
Hmm.
So, as the title of my episode begs the question, do you think this little shooting at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, or failed shooting, I should say, was staged, or do you think it was authentic?
Short answer is it doesn't even matter
Right.
because short answer it doesn't matter because obviously they've lost all credibility at this point. So even if it was completely real, which it probably was, um, it's not past this administration to fake it because
Right.
they like they have demonstrated time and time again that they just can't be trusted. There's no
Right.
credibility left anymore, and everybody's pointing to immediately. Trump was like, "Well, this is exactly why we need a ballroom," and then all his sycophants on Twitter and whatnot immediately, yeah, this is why we need a ballroom for security reasons. It's mostly because uh, a judge just ruled that construction on the ballroom has to stop because it's being built for non-security reasons, something or the other, and so a lot of people were putting two together, like, oh, well, obviously this was staged just so that he has an excuse to continue construction of the ballroom. Like maybe the judge will change their mind or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't
Right.
know. Trump has enough enemies as it is. Enough people don't like him, so there's also the possibility that they knew about this guy because they did. Like they had a lot of there were warnings about this guy from family. I think a couple days beforehand, and I think they purposefully kept security light because like how in the fuck are you going to allow someone with a firearm to get into the White House Correspondents' Dinner with when Trump and half his cabinet are there as well as the vice president? This should be like
Right.
one of the most highly secured rooms in the country.
In the country, yeah.
Like how is it
Incompetence.
no, yeah, and that's the thing too, we can never ever count out incompetence
The MAGA
because
incompetence factor, because they're just not that bright, guys. They're
no,
just not that bright.
no,
Someone,
of course not. So it might,
someone famous once said, "I don't mean to tell you that all conservatives are stupid, simply that all stupid people are conservative."
yeah, for real. Um, it could just be that incompetence when it comes down to it. Unfortunately, I mean, it's just the nature of things right now. We don't have bright people in charge. I mean, right now where Trump in the White House, he at least is just super desperate to find some sort of off ramp with Iran, and it's just not going to come to fruition. Like you open Pandora's box,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going to happen with Iran.
It's gonna keep
Um,
going. I mean
it's
that
going to
much
keep
is that
going, right?
that much is for sure. You know, there was big news that broke today. I guess the UAE is leaving OPEC. Like like
No kidding.
the cabal of well not cabal, cartel is the word that's being floated around of oil giants, of which Iran's a member, Saudi Arabia,
Right.
and now it's a complex situation, and it has a whole lot of implications. So there's a lot of moving parts, and just who knows? It's anybody's fucking guess at this point, and it's kind of probably by design as well.
Yeah. I mean, there's what, like, we're involved in like seven different international conflicts right now, something like that.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think it's seven. It's just ridiculous. So
Yeah.
the military industrial complex is doing well. All those people who own defense contracting stocks are psyched about what's going on because we got to refill our stockpile, right? We're running out of weapons. Using them so quickly.
Yes. Yeah. That absolutely true. It's just embarrassing. That the old adage of, you know, rah rah go team go. This mindset is still pretty pervasive um, among MAGA in general, but
Hmm.
also the media is just not doing their job. They're not approaching this from an objective lens, like this is a mistake, this is a nightmare, this has tarnished our reputation as a global superpower, and the it it's everything's being approached as if there's just like neutrality to all of it, as if there's some sort of underlying strategy behind it all, because ultimately all these media companies and everything, they are owned and propped up by the military and industrial complex and ideologues, super wealthy ideologues who believe in overthrowing Iran for the sake of um, uplifting Israel as a power in the
Right, because
region.
it's what Israel wants. And that's what everyone says is that,
Yeah,
this is what Israel wants, and it's the United States of Israel.
yeah.
Tell you what, there's a clock ticking on that relationship, though.
There,
It's,
yes, big time.
I mean, whoever the first item for the next administration is going to be to abolish APAC and sever the relationship between the United States and Israel. Like,
Yes,
this is over. This is
yeah.
over.
Right. I mean, right now, like today is the most popular that Israel will ever be. Um, and there's still a huge fight going on when it comes to the influence of APAC and Israeli lobbying and influence in general on Democrats, and I mean Washington in general. I mean, the Republicans are obviously the worst offenders when it comes to um, accepting Israeli money or perpetuating their influence. But there are, I mean, it ties into the smear pieces going after Hassan. It's an actual like party civil war right now. So there's a lot of, quote unquote liberals, and they're not liberals at all. Like if you support the Israeli government in the face of everything that they have done, not just in the past 2.5 years, but like their entire history. Like it's no secret. It's not. Um, this has been ongoing for years and years and years, decades at this point. It's not a liberal position to support that the country as it currently stands because of its human rights violations and its blatant breaking of international law. So like we have powers within the Democratic Party that are just in a massive tug of war right now. But
Do
I,
you think that there's reluctance among high profile Jews like Tom Steyer, who's running for governor for
mhm.
California, kind of the favorite now that Becerra got kind of exposed as being a company man, big business guy.
Yeah,
Do you think that guys like Tom Steyer are reluctant to say Israel is committing genocide because once the word genocide is invoked, then you're talking about punishment. You're talking about reparations for the people that they harmed.
and
You're
that's
seeing, political damages, right? Like that's a line he doesn't want to cross.
exactly that's pretty much. That's exactly what I was going to say. Yeah, that's the line that hasn't been crossed yet when it comes to a lot of prominent Democrat figures. I mean, Bernie Sanders, ever since the ICC came out with their ruling, and there were enough human rights groups and enough groups and organizations with leeway and credibility out there being like, yeah, this is like textbook genocide. Then
Right.
he started using it, and that, like the word, and that was, I think, over a year ago at this point. So
Hmm.
to to the Democrats that aren't on board, that aren't on the train yet, it's like you're not doing yourself any favors at this point. Um, I mean, I understand, like, you still need to be in the good graces of certain party members and insiders, but just rip the band-aid off. Like, you will get the support behind you. Like, because like, for example, all the smears and attacks going the way of Hassan Piker, it's proving completely ineffective.
Hmm.
If you root yourself in objective reality and you consider yourself a believer in basic human rights and a champion of international law, no matter how small of a figure you are in public office or what have you, you should be able to recognize and speak openly the truth, which is Israel is committing genocide.
Yeah, and it's not complicated.
Yeah, no, of course not.
It just everyone tries to make it complicated
Hmm.
because that helps the status quo survive.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And the status quo is falling apart as each day passes. The governor's race is actually really interesting because um, I think they, I think the remaining candidates recently had a debate, and from the clips that I saw, um, comparing and contrasting each candidate, Tom Steyer did that look the best, and Katie Porter's washed for for lack of a better term. Um, I think Tom Steyer might actually run away with it.
Yeah, I hope so. It'll give, not all billionaires are like Tom Steyer guys. There's only one Tom Steyer.
Yeah,
And it's funny in business, he was kind of known as a maverick, a very big risk taker.
yeah,
And that's how, you don't get to come from meager beginnings. And he didn't come from like privilege or anything like that. And to go on and become a billionaire without taking some pretty big risks.
yes, yeah. I
So,
totally agree. And there are certain liberals. I use that term loosely, more so like blue MAGA types. You know, um,
mhm.
excuse me, who are like, oh well, Tom Steyer has a history of this and that. Like, he funded private prisons and was anti-immigration and contributed to fossil fuels, invested in fossil fuels and whatnot. Yeah, they changed his mind. Like,
Yeah.
period.
Yeah.
you you gotta give the guy credit. He has been working his entire life since those days, you know, to right his wrongs.
Mhm.
And that deserves credit to some extent or another, because not not everybody, especially these fucking blue MAGA types, are capable of admitting when they're wrong or when they made mistakes, you know?
Yeah. I mean, the blue MAGA types are the people that don't are very small, I think, now because when I think of blue MAGA, I think of people who are not going to criticize Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer. And
Right.
that's just very few people right now.
Yeah.
Very
All
few people want to see them remain in power.
that number is growing though. Like, even the more established establishment cheerleaders, even they're starting to come around on like the fact that Jeffries and Schumer need to get the fuck out. Just get out of the way. but
Yeah.
there are still some types that like you know um don't see it that way.
Right. Um, Trump's still got an 80% approval rating inside his own party.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Last I heard it was
Can you
like
believe that?
yeah, last I heard like maybe I think it was like yeah, he had approval 3 out of 4 Republicans, which is less than you'd think, but still obviously too goddamn much, you know. And it's slowly but surely being chipped away. Um, because it's just everything's just a fucking mess right now.
Yeah.
But still, yeah, it's too much.
Do you think Trump's having health problems?
I'd be more surprised if he wasn't.
Yeah, he's probably got dementia. He's definitely got a few marbles rolling around in there.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly. I don't know. There's no way to know exactly what he has, but there's something wrong. He's already a narcissist, so these guys
Mhm.
go crazy when they get older. They get even worse.
Yeah, yeah. The age is starting to show absolutely like more than ever. Um, no, and I'm surprised too that they even had the White House Correspondents' Dinner in the first place.
I know.
Because they stopped having them, and
Yeah,
and then all
I
of a
can't
sudden,
believe people would go. Like that was I wouldn't have go. I wouldn't have gone if I got an invite. No way.
yeah, yeah,
It's disgusting. He's fucking white trash Hitler. I thought we agreed on that.
hmm yeah,
I thought we were gonna try and I thought we were gonna try and do everything to discredit this guy. People
right.
lose sight of that.
Yeah,
Good
I
call.
mean, if he, they don't even like have comics there anymore. I think I think it must have been Trump's first term. Excuse me, where I guess someone was roasting him like really bad, and then they just like decided against having comics there in the future for all future
Well, this
dinners
would
and
have been the
shit.
first White House Correspondents' Dinner like since he's been president,
Mm,
because he like can't canceled it the all the other times. He
yeah,
just hasn't had it because he knows the press hates him.
yeah. Yeah, I'm honestly surprised. I mean, I haven't seen him for a while, but the fact that like Ryan Grimm gets to be in the room, um, when what's her face, the fucking the press secretary bitch, uh, gets to ask her questions and shit. The room full of media correspondents and whatnot. The fact that he actually gets to be there at all when he's definitely like super left. He's very very progressive and
Hmm.
very much on the left. Very smart. Um, but yeah, it's just I mean it's always been a circle jerk. Um, but I mean it's just really really weird how the first one in a while a and another attempted assassination happens. So
Hmm.
obviously the red flags are going to be going off in everybody's head. It's like everybody thinks it was a false flag.
Yeah, that seems to be the vibe.
hmm
Um,
Have you been catching any MSNBC? Well, it's not NBC anymore. It's MS now. But do you still tune in every now and then? Do you still get like check the pulse of Middle America?
yeah, I do Morning Joe for at least a few minutes every day, but it's becoming shorter and shorter amount of time that I spend with them. They're
Okay.
really frustrating.
Yeah.
They don't give the level of credence
hmm
to how tough it is out there for people.
No, of course not.
They're just in their comfy studio getting paid millions of dollars to talk about politics.
Yeah.
And the ones underneath them, Jonathan Lemire and what's his name, the guy from Vanderbilt. Oh damn, I lost it here. Hold on. You can still hear me, right?
I could. Yeah. The screen
Okay,
went
yeah,
blank.
you can still.
There you go.
Yeah, it's because of my. I thought my battery had charged, but it hasn't. So anyway, yeah, no, Morning Joe is a joke. I mean,
hmm
it's kind of it's like entertainment. I feel like I'm having a bowl of Fruit Loops when I watch Morning Joe. It's
That's really.
except for when they bring on special analysts like this guy Ratner
Hmm.
that they bring on for economic analysis, brings out some really interesting charts that, like, I think if more people saw, they would understand how the economy works, um, and the premises of our economy. Like,
Hmm.
for example, it being a consumption based economy in the first place,
Yeah.
and that GDP in and of itself is somehow some sort of metric that indicates how well the country's doing economically.
Yeah.
Whereas people like you and I would probably look at something like the poverty rate or the unemployment rate.
Yeah.
Take something that we all agree is bad
Hmm.
and making sure it's as least a part of our society as possible. You know,
Right. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's just they're also out of touch, and
it's
they
true.
they use the wrong metrics to determine the overall
Yeah, the
health.
stock market. We've talked about that. The top
Yeah.
10% of households that own publicly traded stock own 93% of publicly traded stock.
Hmm.
That leaves 7% for the remaining 90% of the country. Nobody owns stock. Okay. Or if they do, then you know some rich people.
Yeah.
You know some fucking rich people if you know some people that own stock that have stock portfolios.
Yeah.
Like, good for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Way to
Exactly.
go. You're not gonna be a DSA member anytime soon.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and CNN's definitely no better as well. Um, they just negate information. They are it. I've noticed, and this is because I've been watching Vosh. The coverage, at least what CNN posts online, is very much just junk food,
Yes.
and it's not. It doesn't actually address fundamental problems. It's just this is happening, and this is happening, and this is happening, and they just leave it at that.
And it's
You
the
know?
same 3 or 4 stories over the course of 4 hours.
Yeah.
Like,
20,
it's the
even
same
though it's
three or
24
four
hour news.
stories
Yeah.
talked about from 5 different points of view
Hmm.
when all you need is one. They could cover so much. They have 4 hours of people's attention because people watch on DVR and then fast forward through the commercials as they wake up.
Hmm.
And they could cover a lot of ground. They don't even do advanced polling stuff. You got to go elsewhere to find your polling stuff,
Yeah.
and that's frustrating. It's like, I feel like political broadcast, that's the thing that they have is analytics. They have advanced data aggregators,
Hmm.
and they don't use them the right way. It's weird.
No.
It's
Yeah.
very strange.
Yeah. So there was a guy who I guess was making a documentary about January 6th, and basically the gist of it is how do we even get to this point? Um, how are these people inspired to do this? How do we all get here? And the one of the biggest points that he had to make was the role that 24/7 news channels
Yeah.
have on not only political discourse but the psychology
Yeah.
of people who will be inspired to carry out that kind of shit. Not to mention how it affects the psychology of um, Americans in general. And this guy was talking. There might be a clip or two, maybe on Twitter or YouTube, but this guy was talking about how he was super coached on what to say and what not to say for his media appearances, like particularly on CNN, to when talking about this documentary and whatnot. And he wasn't allowed to give his opinions. He had to stick to a script. He basically kind of like was had to take a kind of like a course for lack of a better term by going on like a Zoom call with like 16 different people so they can like basically coach him and basically coach him into a box, because They're very, 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 very particular about what you can and can't say on networks like CNN is, not just them.
Right.
And it's very disgusting because he made an excellent point about the wanting to talk about the effects of 24/7 news and how it fuels division and doesn't address the actual issues and only serves to divide further and sow more confusion and not actually address root issues so that way future atrocities can be prevented and shit. That's not in the interest of the people who own these networks.
I'm looking at polls for
Hmm.
the California governor's race.
Okay.
Hold on. But
Any new ones since we looked at them last?
I'm looking to see if there are. I'm looking at this one now, but they're not doing the candidates. It's weird. It's now this is anyway. We can move on. Um, oh, these are well. Maybe we can. I'll show you guys this. Why not?
Yeah.
This is from share screen, CBS News. Um, so this is some interesting stuff on issue polls.
Hmm.
Yeah. Oh, there's nothing to listen to. What are you looking for in a candidate for governor? Values, experience, judgment, change. It's like
Yeah.
like
Values. Yeah. I mean, shit. You would hope so.
how important are the debates? Cost of
I
living.
mean, because you would be surprised.
Is the California dream attainable today? Not to at all confident. 64%.
Wow. Yeah.
So basically 65%.
Yeah. That checks out.
Is the California dream attainable today? Very confident, less than 50 is 11%.
Hmm.
Somewhat confident, 38%. Not too confident, not at all confident, over half. Age 50 plus, they're even more pessimistic.
That's crazy.
Because they're like aware of how bad it is.
Yeah. That's actually a really interesting one. Usually it's the younger
Yeah.
demographics who pull higher in something like this. Yeah. Damn.
And then condition of the California economy. Bad. It's medium.
Hmm.
California set a good example for the rest of the U.S. Yeah, that should be in like the with the way the Democratic Party dominates in California. That should be in the 60s right there. That good example number for the Dems. That should be in the 60s.
Yeah. I mean, you'd think so, but also
But there's also
California.
33. There's also 33% that don't think in those terms.
That's actually a really interesting option to pick. Yeah. Well, I mean, and that's fair too because I don't think I don't think the whole country should be modeled off of California because
No,
I think
absolutely. They don't have the resources.
no. Well, I
They
mean,
don't have the resources. If
even
California could
politically
be its
too.
own country, we
Yeah,
have our own resources enough to be our own country. We could have our own oil. We could have our own
absolutely.
everything.
No, I
Yeah.
completely agree. However, it's just like consistent mismanagement by party leaders and corruption and the cost of living. There's still California could be a hell of a lot more progressive than it is. A hell of a lot
Well,
more.
to your point right here, because we all know Gavin Newsom is not a progressive.
Hmm.
71% of Dems in California
Oh,
say that the next governor should be like Gavin Newsom, whereas it's flipped. It's 73% for independents say it should be different. And then, of course, Republicans is 92.
yeah, yeah,
But look at how it flips.
yeah.
So you got to hold on to Dems. But good thing in California, a little wrinkle for you guys not here in California,
Hmm.
you don't need to be a part of that party to vote in the primary.
Yeah, yeah. That
Open primary.
That's actually really interesting.
Gas prices, gas tax, U.S. taking military action against Iran. Who cares? In vote for governor, looking for a candidate who supports Trump. 70% Republicans. There it is. Who's
Yeah.
neutral towards Trump? 23 opposes Trump. 90%.
Wow.
I'm surprised it's not higher with the independents.
Yeah.
It's only 50%.
Yeah. Opposing Trump. I mean, it matters though. I mean, the reason why independents are independents because like they see both parties and like I don't want to be associated with either one of these. I mean, me and you are probably more
Independent, yeah.
independent than Democratic for sure. But that doesn't mean we're more right wing because of it. We're actually to the left of the
But I'll
Democratic Party.
always say that I'm a Democrat if I get pulled, so that it helps
Me too.
the Democratic Party look more left.
Sure. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
or at least like influence the party to like be more left.
Okay, here we go. The primary vote for governor, likely primary voters. Hilton and Steyer are in the lead with Becerra, and then
Hmm.
Bianco is kind of taking a hit. But Hilton, I guess, got bumped up because he got endorsed by Trump. So it's for
Yeah.
Dems. It's between Steyer and Becerra.
Did you hear about that? So like
What?
the strategy between Hilton and Bianco was to, you know, campaign well not campaign together but run separate campaigns and get enough support so that way they are at the top of the primary ticket.
Yeah,
And
so that they squeeze out the Democrats.
yes, but what
Right.
happened? Trump came out and was like, "I am endorsing Hilton for governor," and it just ruined the whole fucking thing. So now
Mm.
Hilton's now pulling away with it because he has the Trump stamp of approval, and of course Bianco, his support fell off too because of he tried, I guess, seizing some ballots or something like that, and now he's like facing like a lawsuit, something like that. But yeah, real funny shit. So it might actually end up coming down to Steyer and Hilton if this holds up. I just hope it's not Becerra. He's fucking an empty suit who stands for nothing.
Yeah.
Like oh, you're gonna stand up for Trump? You're gonna stand up to Trump? That's fucking great. Like, what happens when Trump is gone? What do you actually stand for? How are you going to fucking improve the living conditions of California?
Mm. Yeah, he doesn't really seem to have very good answers for those questions.
No, and that's the thing too. It's like experience doesn't mean shit if you're not going to pass policies that actually uplift the living standards of Californians.
All right, so do you want to have a little tangent really quick?
Of course.
All right,
I'm
hold on. Let me cue this bad boy up real quick.
down for fucking anything.
Um, because this is a special moment in American history that we should all enjoy
Hmm.
together at least once a year. You should watch this clip.
Strike to claim it. A strike to claim it. And he got it!
Are you kidding me? That's right. Who do you think you are? I am.
Have you ever seen this?
I have not.
That's right. Who do you think you are? I am.
What the fuck? I love it.
So he was getting kicked in a fight. He was like talking shit with
Strike
this kid in the
to
crowd.
claim it. A strike to
and
claim it.
going back and forth with him. And this was like his fifth time that he won the tournament, which is a record.
Who do you think you are? I am.
It doesn't even make any sense, but
No,
it just came out. It just kind of came out. So he's a funny guy.
that's one for
That's Pete Weber. That's Pete Weber, everybody, an American classic. If you ever need a pick me up and to feel good, just
Oh, yeah.
have a good chuckle. Chuck that on.
Yeah,
That'll feel
I love
good.
that. I love that. Fucking I mean, bowling.
I
Like
know, right?
I love it. Like,
There's a good documentary on about professional bowlers
mhm,
on Netflix right now. It's either on Netflix or HBO. I don't know,
for
but
for sure.
yeah,
Yeah. I've,
they're like really into it, man. They don't make good money, but
mhm,
they do it. And this one guy from Australia is like the best
mhm.
of all places. Like this dude from Australia just absolutely kills it.
No, yeah.
But
Like no matter what it is, I like that kind of energy. It transcends.
right.
Yeah. No,
Anyway, I don't know what else you want to talk about. It's a kind of a. It's actually felt like a, even though there was an attempted shooting
like no one
at the
cares.
White House. Yeah, it's just like the vibe for me is just
Just
like I don't. I'm not like. Are we out of? We're out of Iran yet? Like,
yeah.
I'm just kind of numb. It's like a.
Yes, Sam.
It's like if you were on medication to get off an addiction to cocaine,
Mhm.
that's what I would be on right now.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like I'm on right now. It's
Yeah. It's
just
just
like
numb you.
Demerol or whatever, just chilling me out. Like nothing phases me anymore
Yeah.
with this administration.
No, I
Nothing phases me anymore.
I
They're
I
just
agree.
white trash fascists. I want
Yeah.
you all to take that with you to your conversations.
Mhm.
WTF doesn't stand for what you think it does anymore. It stands for white trash fascism. And the other one is conservatism is fascism. Fascism is evil. There's nothing wrong with hating evil.
Yes.
Ergo, there's nothing wrong with hating conservatives.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We're gonna get some
Exactly.
clips with. I watch every day. I watch this thing or watch at least a few minutes of the social contract. So the social contract with Joe Walsh, who
Mm.
is a congressman that was originally a Tea Party member,
Mhm.
and now he's an anti-MAGA conservative and
Mhm.
voting Democrat
Okay.
and
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Yeah.
swapping
Yeah.
with the Democrats.
I
And
remember.
it's like really interesting because I'm like, what's their attitude? Is their attitude like they're gonna come in the Democratic Party and like their values are gonna be catered to? And it's like, yes, if you listen to this
Yeah.
guy enough, like, yeah, he thinks that they're gonna be like, oh yeah, you want us to stick around? Well, you better do things according to our values. And it's like this is what I keep telling people.
Yeah.
Trump Trump is temporary.
Yeah.
The
Exactly.
MAGA is forever, right? Trump is temporary, MAGA is forever. I just made that up, and it's
Yeah.
fucking brilliant
Yeah.
because someone else will hold this mantle at some point. It was
Yes.
Ronald Reagan for a while.
Mhm.
It was the Bush family for a while. And
Fucking like
now it's fucking Trump.
Reagan was worshipped for decades. Fucking
Yeah.
Rush Limbaugh would even still continuously coddle his dead nutsack. Like
Right.
seriously, even after Trump is gone, and that's the thing too. It's like, of course, the Democratic Party is going to cater to people like Joe Walsh instead of like their actual their base of support. Like they're absolutely going to cater to never Trumpers and ex Republicans instead of
So they're not going to learn
the
their
left.
lesson from
Of,
Dick. They're
of
not going to learn their
fucking course not.
They're not going
No,
to learn their Liz Cheney lesson.
absolutely not. No,
See,
like
my problem with guys like Joe Walsh is like, if you put up someone they don't like for a nominee, like let's say they put up Ro Khanna or AOC or someone really progressive for president in 2028. If it's JD Vance for the GOP or Marco Rubio or someone else that they tolerate, then they're going back.
yeah,
By the way, like we don't know can you really trust these people?
no,
Like
that's the
can you
thing.
trust these people? They tell
No,
you they're going to vote Democrat, you believe them? That veil is closed.
yeah,
You don't know what they're doing in there. You don't know who they're voting for in there.
yeah,
They could be
exactly.
smiling at you and telling you one thing just because they know that's what you want to hear. Because
Yeah,
people are embarrassed. People are embarrassed. I know people personally that didn't vote for Trump 3 times, but they're in my life and they voted for Trump once or twice,
yeah,
and they're embarrassed about it.
yeah. No, of
They're
course.
embarrassed.
Yeah, I mean, it's like we've even said before, when it comes to like previous um Democrat campaigns and shit, when it comes to either Biden or Harris or whatever, you try to cater to Republicans, try to like get their votes because you know they're going to vote. Why
Oh,
would
wait, we
they?
got a hater. We got to hit it.
Why
We got
would
to
they vote?
capitalize.
Yeah.
Don't leave Joe Barinskas. Fucking morons. You leftist maggots are not the base. You never vote Democratic unless you get 100% what you want. Grow the fuck up. Well,
What?
just a
What?
point of clarification, I actually did vote for Kamala, and I was reluctant to do
So
so
did
because
I.
it felt like voting for genocide, but I just wanted her to have the better numbers. So, because in California, our votes don't really count for president.
I'm
In case you
actually,
didn't know that.
I'm actually like really baffled by the specials because it's like, where are you even coming from on this?
I love it. So, Greg, you're not
Embarrassed by
embarrassed
Trump.
by Trump. Left is nuts. Are you paying attention to what's going on in the country? Like the Epstein files, going to war with Iran. We
Getting
are
our
the United
ass
States of
kicked by
Israel at
Iran.
this point.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Bending over
exactly.
for Netanyahu.
Yeah, I mean, are you paying attention? Like,
Yeah.
have you seen at least his popularity polls?
Yeah.
Because he's polling at around 33% approval right now, which is record low.
Have you tried reading each of his Truth Social posts?
Yeah.
Are you able to make sense of any of it at all? Like not the ones that like where he like makes some sort of presidential decree. Just the random ramblings. Like I don't get it. No.
Yeah, and these, of course, are yes, all of it. Yes, polls are not trusty.
The
You
polls
mean
aren't
not
trusty
trustworthy?
unless they are showing that Trump has like 80, 90, 100% support, right? Those are the ones that are trustworthy because they show that Trump is doing good.
It
But
doesn't even matter,
no.
Greg. You're just not paying attention to what's going on, my man. Trump has
Yeah.
fucked everything up. Everything's more expensive.
Hmm. It's
The
just gonna get worse. Like
the affordability crisis has been made worse by him, bro.
here's the
Like
thing.
you've lost the only thing you had was the economy, and you lost that.
Yeah.
And the border stuff, dude. Have you seen these ICE raids? Like this is the Gestapo, Greg.
Yeah.
You're defending the Gestapo. You're defending present day fascism, Greg.
Yeah.
Here's some more from him. God, you're common in California, born and raised here, and I know how this Democrats operate, so you can't bitch. I guess is what he said in there.
Who even knows? Did YouTube censor it? We can fucking cuss here, Greg. We don't give a shit.
So, Greg,
Excuse me.
you're of Polish descent in California, and you're a conservative. Sounds like an interesting profile, my man. Greg, have you ever? Yeah, blame the stock market. Yeah, you should, because people who own stocks are running the fucking country.
The stock market
Greg,
that's being manipulated by Trump and his cronies, by the way.
Greg, where have you lived or traveled to in the United States? I want to know if you've ever spent time in the Deep South, the Northeast, the Mid Atlantic. Where have you been, my man?
Here's the thing.
Been with the country?
Even in the middle of a war that Trump started, by the way, Trump and Israel started. They started this war. They started bombing Iran. They started killing Iranians. They started killing their leaders and bombing schools. They killed Iranian civilians. They started this shit. Ever since they started this shit, oil has jumped up 30, 40, 50%, and it's not going to stop because the Strait of Hormuz is still closed. Trump was warned that the Strait of Hormuz would be closed, and he still went along with it. There's a reason why other presidents didn't go after Iran, because Iran controls the strait. Nobody actually acknowledged it at the time, but the terrain is there. It's just the way that area, that region of the world is set up right now, because it takes ships from the region that ship all our gas and oil over here, as well as to Europe and Australia, 30 to 45 days to actually get to where it needs to go. We are not actually, we're not yet feeling the full effects of this war, of the strait being shut down. So you're going to see here in California, gas reach 7, 8, maybe even fucking $9 a gallon because of Trump's war, because of this war that he started on behalf of Israel.
Good call, Greg. So because of what happened 47 years ago, that justifies this absurd war. It's not even true, bro. Your premise isn't even accurate. Go ahead.
You mean the Arab Spring of 1979 that only happened because Operation Ajax in 1953, started by the UK and the US to overthrow Mohammed Mossadegh, who was democratically elected, and install the dictator, the Shah? and the Shah reigned until 1979, and then they had enough of him and overthrew him, and it's been the same regime ever since. Oh, maybe the United States and the UK shouldn't have overthrew the government in 1953. And the only reason we did so is because Mohammad Mossadegh, who was democratically elected, he was the leader, would not share his oil. He wanted to nationalize the oil industry, and the UK and the US was like, nope, we're going to overthrow you. Operation Ajax, look it up. Do your research.
Oh, shit. Good job, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Greg, because the other presidents were pussies. Oh, Greg.
Yeah, that's it.
Greg,
yeah.
Greg,
No, you're right. You're right, Greg. It's just because everybody's pussy.
You're just a white trash bully, Greg. Do you know who you're partnered up with, Greg? You're partnered up with the Confederate flag wavers, man. You're partnered up with the Bible beaters. You're partnered up with the gun nuts.
Yeah.
And Jimmy Carter was a good example of a moron and didn't give a shit about our gas prices.
Do you know why our gas prices went up back in the 1970s? It's because of conflicts in the Middle East. It's because like there was shit that Israel was starting. There's a whole handful of things, but it's the same shit. It's the same exact shit, except now we are in the middle of a war that was entirely preventable, like entirely. What's the term I'm looking for? A war that didn't have to be started, it didn't have to be waged, but is anyway. Elective. This is an elective war, and it's not because any other president was a pussy. It's because they knew if they started attacking Iran, Iran would shut down the Strait of Hormuz, which all of like 25% of the global oil and gas comes from there, from Saudi Arabia, from Iraq, from Kuwait, from the United Arab Emirates, and Iran, because all their ports are there too. Because
so
of
he's
that,
gonna keep going. Finish it up.
No, I mean that's essentially it. That's why, because the global economy relies on oil. Like if you need plastics, if you need fertilizers, if you need liquefied natural gas, crude oil, like so much of it comes from that region that having it completely cut off from the global economy is going to send the price of everything that relies on transportation and that needs to be grown, food that needs to be grown, because you need fertilizer, which 70 to 80% of it is actually made there in Qatar, I believe. All of it is going to just go up in price. So I if you think it's bad now, it's about to get a hell of a fucking lot worse.
So he has some greatest hits here.
Mm-hmm.
No, history is accurate. You're not. Yeah, okay, pal. Greg, so you're trying to tell me something about Democratic. I just don't trust.
Okay.
I don't trust Democratic crap. Well, that's a branding problem with the Democrat. Just so to be clear, we hate Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer, just like a lot of people who don't like the Democratic Party.
I think he's referring to the fact that I said that Mohammad Mossadegh was democratically elected, as in he was voted in a democracy, because Iran used to be a democracy, like a real democracy. And he thinks we're confusing that with Democrats, and we don't like the Democrats. Like the thing is,
and then he does that. He does the thing is, we are a republic, my friends, not a democracy. Something you need to learn about, bro.
Okay,
we are operating. We are a democracy operating within the structure of a republic.
We're a constitutional
republic.
Democratic.
Yeah, we're a constitutional republic.
So
it's a form of democracy.
Like the thing is, like, Greg is actually too stupid to reason with, and like I don't even know why we're this. You have made this stream a whole lot more fun. Like it was like kind of drab at first. Thank you, Greg. But here's the thing: if you believe that we are a republic, not a democracy, then you should have absolutely no problem whatsoever with the redistricting that just happened in Virginia and the redistricting that happened in California. Yeah, like if that's not that's not a democratic thing, right? That's not very
right.
That's not very representative of a democracy. But who cares, right? Because according to you, we're not a democracy, right?
So no, I'm not racist, you dummy. Nobody called you racist. We're just saying you're partnered with the Bible-beating gun
Your
nuts. You're
partner
the
with
Confederate.
races.
You're partnered with the Confederate flag wavers, man. You're on their
Yeah,
team. So we're gonna blitz through these ones because I want to get this on other people who are weighing in. Look, if I
sure.
was a military man, I would have black guys, red guys, brown guys who didn't matter to me. Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
50K in your face. The Iranians were bragging about uranium 60%, which they were enriching. And now you're going to tell me I'm lying and also drop I know about nuclear stuff. Oh, okay. So he's a little cray cray.
So that's another
Little
thing.
cray cray. Little cray
Another.
cray. I
That's
want to
an,
go to arrogance. Hold on. I want to go to
sure.
arrogance Victus because he had a cool thing.
Hey,
Yeah, I haven't heard. Thank you for watching my videos. They're the work about
wasp
which I am most
culture.
proud. But I have not taken a look at this book, but I promise I
The
will. I
wasp
just
question.
looked it up on Amazon. The Wasp Question by Andrew Fraser. Thank you,
Interesting.
Arrogance Invictus, for watching my videos. Please share them with others and don't forget to subscribe. And then we got Mr. JK Family Guy 59.
Thank you guys for
He also
tuning
wanted
in.
to stay in power and did not want free and open elections and
Yeah.
nationalize the oil because he could control the oil for himself in power. Probably talking about the Shah.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if that's what he's referred to, yeah, that's what ended up leading to the Islamic Revolution of 1979. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's what he's referring
The only way to prove you don't believe we're a democracy is to not vote.
to. Yeah, if we're just stay home, please, Greg.
Yeah. Greg, you got the answer,
So
dude. We did it. We found out what you should do, Greg. Because
yeah,
that's what you
that's the
conservatives are
solution.
obsessed with.
Bada bing.
You conservatives are obsessed with what you should do as
Mhm.
opposed to what you want to do. You know why? Because you're survivors. You're not explorers.
Mhm. Yes.
You're not interested in people that are different from you. You're not interested in people that come from different backgrounds. You want everyone to be the same.
Yep.
You want conformity. You
Yep.
want predictability.
Yep.
You're not interesting. You're boring.
Yeah.
Greg.
Yeah. You
You're
rather stay.
boring, Greg.
You rather stay
No, I'm
secluded
not
rather than
confused.
open up.
Democrats lie a lot to get. I've watched that for the last 45 years, and I'm 61. Yeah, you
I guess
sound
so.
61, Greg.
Yeah, just
You
to
sound
address
61.
your
Let me guess, you're a Fox News watcher, you fucking white trash fascist. Go ahead.
So when it comes down to it, Iran pursuing nuclear enrichment, enriching uranium and whatnot, is total bullshit. So story time, well, not really story time, but a little bit of history when it comes to me, because back in 2017, 2018, I wasn't too critical of Trump. You know, I thought, well, let's see, let's let him do his thing. Let's see, like, what he can actually do. I mean, but the one thing, because I actually know this shit, I actually studied it, this shit, I actually know the details of certain deals and blah blah blah, etc. etc. One thing that made me stop actually giving Trump the benefit of the doubt was the fact that he pulled out of the JCPOA, aka the Iran nuclear deal, that Obama accomplished at the end of his second term. That deal was abided by time and time and time again and was verified by the International Atomic Energy Association over 12 times that they were abiding by the terms of the deal. They were not going past the limit of enrichment that they were uh, not allowed to go over. Trump, in April of 2018, ripped that agreement up for no reason. But Netanyahu loved it. Netanyahu and Israel, they're like, fuck yeah. Now, like, we actually have a reason to eventually go after Iran, which now we are. And now, because things have gotten so far out of hand, and Iran has struck multiple U.S. bases in the region, countless energy industrial plants and energy infrastructure in and around the Strait of Hormuz. Trump is desperate. He wants an off ramp. That's why this recent ceasefire happened, and he had to get Pakistan involved in order to mediate the actual ceasefire agreements. And now it's starting to be floated that they're trying to pursue another deal, which is exactly like the one that Obama got done at the end of his term. The problem is Trump is a fucking narcissist. He wants his name everywhere. He wants his face on everything. That's why he wants the ballroom. That's why he wants his name on the Kennedy Center. That's why he wants his face on your U.S. passport. He's just a fucking narcissist. He wants credit for everything. He wants a Nobel Peace Prize. He wants global recognition. He wants to be the one that got the actual a deal done with Iran. But Obama got to it before he did. That's all it fucking comes down to.
Deal was a joke. Inspections not allowed. Excuses time after time.
They-
Those inspection excuses are documented.
No. Inspections were literally part of the deal. They like that was Obama's Iran nuclear deal. The JCPOA, which multiple other countries were involved with and a part of, by the way, they inspected multiple times, and each and every time they found that Iran was abiding by the terms of the deal. They were not going past the allowed enrichment of uranium. They were just using it for regular energy use, like fucking domestic energy and shit like that. They were not you because it takes a lot to actually enrich past a certain point and actually develop a nuclear weapon. And this idea that Iran's like weeks away from having a nuke and whatnot is a lie consistently perpetuated by Benjamin Netanyahu. You can find clips of Netanyahu in the fucking 90s, in the 1990s, saying that Iran is just weeks away from developing a nuclear weapon.
Right.
It has been propaganda for decades.
Right.
All this comes down to is Israel does not want competition in the region because Iran is helping Lebanon and Syria and to an extent that we're helping Iraq as well. But right now, like Hezbollah in Lebanon, Hamas in Gaza, so that way they can actually defend themselves from Israeli aggression because Israel wants territory. That's all this comes down to. They want to build a greater Israel. And that's why, like, they invaded southern Lebanon. It's why they wanted to. It's why they started bombing Iran because they they don't want to be interfered with on with their colonial ambitions. They just needed a president dumb enough to fall for it, and we finally give them one. 100% secret castle for life. Thank you,
Greg. Just because you're MVP, I'm giving you some more love here. Well, anyway, good taking care of change, staying home for dummy. I don't say you're stupid. If you're stupid, John Stuart Mill said it best about conservatism and stupidity. John Stuart Mill said, "I never meant to say that the conservatives are generally stupid. I meant to say that stupid people are generally conservative." So you can suck on that, Greg. You can suck on that. John Stuart Mill, eat a dick, bro.
Yeah. Thank you at least for
So are you rooting for Iran or what? Yeah, kinda.
I mean,
kind of. Yeah. Like, I don't want American soldiers to die, but I don't want us to destroy their infrastructure.
It's nuanced.
I don't want us to hurt them.
When it comes down to it, like, I appreciate that Iran is demonstrating that the U.S. military is not all that. All they need is tens of thousands of cheap drones, and they can just fly those drones into anything in the region and cause massive economic disruptions. That's because they know if you hit infrastructure, like the money-making infrastructure, oil, gas, if you hurt the money, the cash flow, the global economy, that's what matters. Not military might. That shit's old and done with. You can just toss that aside. All you need to do is just hit them where it hurts. Just attack the economy, which they have done. And like, it's caused so much chaos. Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the United Arab Emiratis, they are just fucking panicking because, like, they're being targeted, and like their ability to make money with these facilities their oil refineries and their gas refineries and shit. They're all damaged now. And, and so now they are looking to the U.S. like, you got to do something. And the U.S., we know that we can't because Iran is a mountainous fortress, is a huge country, and they have been preparing to be invaded just in case for decades because they know the U.S. is a hostile country. They know that Israel is a hostile country. They have seen our history. They look at what happened in Vietnam. They looked at what happened in Iraq. They think they look at what happened in Libya. They know that we're next. We need to be prepared, and that's exactly what we're seeing play out now. I don't like Iran, but I also don't like the U.S. at least our history. But my name's not Stateless Patriot for nothing. So I do want to see this country do better. It's why we had this show. It's why I had the politics that I do. God bless. Thank you for making this stream a whole lot more entertaining, Greg.
Yeah, so I wanted to check in with this nut job. They keep trying to assassinate Trump because everything he said is correct. So we got a real MAGA trash motherfucker here in Critical 509. So welcome to the party, Critical 509. Good to tell everybody what zip code or area code you live in. The only thing that takes for a liberal to become a conservative is a small amount of education.
No,
to which
I don't understand that.
2026 retorted for us. That's cute, critic, but we know the number of high school and below vote MAGA. But you get yourself a college tutor. Yeah, I mean, it's not any kind of level of college education usually turns people to the left because they start to understand the ignorance of conservatism and
all
that
you have
trickle-down economics doesn't work. Taking care of the rich doesn't work. It doesn't benefit American as a whole.
All you have to do is part of Death to America. You too stupid to understand. Oh no, words and opinions that we don't like. Oh no, what are we gonna do? It's just fucking let them say it. I don't give a fuck. Like fucking no Iranian threatened to take away my health care. No Iranian threatened no Iranian has dehumanized my friends for the way they identify.
Right.
You know, it's like fucking.
Plus, I mean, you cannot argue there was stability. Okay, stability is commerce. Commerce is hopefully the gradual growth of American and global society.
Yeah.
Anyway, we gotta wrap up here soon. What's up? You got something that you searching something?
Oh, I'm just like I was looking back at one of the chats to see because I had another point to make, but I totally forgot what it was. So like the education thing. So all you really have to do is take a look at the last few general elections in the country and look at the reddest states. Just look at the absolute reddest states and look at the bluest states. Good comparison. Take a look at Oklahoma, 50th in education, something like that. Every single county voted red. Every single county went red. Take a look at Massachusetts. I think every single county in the last election went blue. Massachusetts is number one in education in the entire country. Like Oklahoma is a poor fucking shithole.
Education
and Massachusetts is like
public conscience too, because the kids can't vote.
Yeah.
So you got to make education a priority, because people aren't going to vote for better schools. You know, because they need better schools because they're below 18. They can't fucking vote.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
God, you guys, if you guys are Republicans, then you can fuck off and die. We got a bunch of people here. Trump.
Wow,
Trump,
all these idiots coming out of nowhere. It's crazy.
President pedophile, guys.
Yeah,
you're worshiping at the altar of a false god. You're in a cult.
Yeah.
Do the world a favor and move to another country.
All over the fucking over the Epstein files, tried to prevent them from being released.
Let me ask you this, conservatives, if you're in the audience, do you guys think your heritage matters? Do you think that if your blood goes back to like the Mayflower or whatever, do you think that matters? I want to know. Right in the chat.
So did you see Trump's recent interview that he did? I think it
No.
was with
Oh yeah,
it was with
60 Minutes, right? You're like, you're a disgrace.
it must have
He
been
kept calling her a disgrace.
yeah, I think it actually was what's her name?
I don't know.
Uh fucking trying to look for it here. But this is obviously like just right after the correspondence dinner. Yeah, it was O'Donnell. Um she says in the manifesto, he wrote that I'm no longer willing to permit a pedophile, rapist, and traitor to coat my hands with his crimes. What's your reaction? And Trump says, I was waiting for you to read that because I knew you would because you're horrible people. I'm not a rapist. I didn't rape anybody. I'm not a pedophile. Excuse me. You read that crap from a sick person. I was totally exonerated. You should be ashamed of yourself reading that. You're a disgrace. And O'Donnell says, oh, do you think he was referring to you?
Yeah.
Like, boom! You weren't even your name, Trump, was not mentioned once, and you immediately took offense. The
Right.
guilty dog barks the loudest.
That's right. Amen. You figured it out, Stat Pat. You exposed
God.
him. Well, listen, I'm gonna sign off.
That's it for
You're welcome
me.
to
Yeah.
stay on, but
Nah,
we can
that's
wrap.
it for me.
Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe if you're not already
Subscribe.
subscribed. Even if you're, Versailles Online. Yo, it's good to see you. Equality is greater than freedom. Yeah.
Sure, I mean
maybe.
to an
Yeah,
extent,
sure.
maybe
Yeah.
equality of
That's a
opportunity.
fun little dichotomy there to work with as far as a conversation starter.
Even if you
But,
hate us, even if you think we're cringe or lefty liberal loony libtards
Yeah,
or
and all you
whatever,
conservatives, I challenge
ahead
you
and
guys, all you
subscribe anyway.
conservatives watching, if you're conservative, watch my videos and see if those videos don't get you out of the cult.
Yeah,
You know, it's never too late to leave the cult, guys. If you're a conservative and you're watching this, I can be that angel that gets you out of there, man. There's a better way. It's okay. The weirdos, freaks, and geeks I know are a huge turnoff for you, but they're good people.
yeah,
All right, you got to give them a
Yeah.
chance. So get rid of the otherizing. You know, the blacks and browns aren't coming for your jobs. The gays aren't coming for your kids.
yes,
You know, it's time to grow up a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Exactly.
Worth a shot.
You know what she should have said? You know what Hillary said? Did I say deplorable? I meant white trash fascist. Because if you wave your Confederate flag, if you beat your Bible into my face, and you stick your gun in my face and expect me to respect you, I'm not just going to call you deplorable. I'm going to tell you to fuck off and die.
Yeah,
Because you are what's wrong with our country, Greg. That's
yeah,
what you got to realize. And I think if you hadn't spent time if you had spent time in the South, if you had gotten to know real conservatives, because I got to tell you, California conservatism is not real conservatism.
yeah.
Okay. California isn't real like America. California
Mhm.
is its own fucking country.
Basically,
So,
yeah,
and more people here think like Stat Pat and I than do you.
yeah,
All the interesting, well-educated, well-traveled, and
yeah.
best, most interesting people are like us. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe. It was a hell of a battle tonight. We really enjoyed it. See you next Tuesday. I will actually might come on and
Mhm.
do some short reactions this week. So look out for those.
Sweet.
Until then, please never forget that you don't get change in America by asking nicely.
You guys have a good one. We'll see you next week.